Hello everyone, today's topic is how to read and learn about Sri Ramji's childhood in English. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Alright friends, let's begin. The region of Kosala, established by Vaivaswata Manu, is located on the banks of the sacred Sarayu river. The beautiful and prosperous city of Ayodhya is the capital of this region. Many brave, valiant, talented, and illustrious kings were born in the lineage of Vaivaswata Manu, among whom King Dashratha was one. King Dashratha was a master of the Vedas, devout, compassionate, skilled in warfare, and a protector of his subjects. In his kingdom, the subjects were free from hardships, truthful, and devoted to God. There was a complete absence of malice among people in his kingdom. One day, upon seeing a white hair amidst his dark-colored locks in the mirror, King Dashratha began to reflect that his youthful days were nearing their end, and he was still childless. He wondered how his lineage would continue and what would happen to the kingdom in the absence of an heir. Thinking thus, he resolved to perform a Putrakamishti Yajna, sacrifice for begetting a son. He summoned his family priest, Guru Vashishta, and conveyed his intention, requesting him to suggest the proper procedures for the yajna. Considering his thoughts appropriate and logical, Guru Vashishta said, "O king, I firmly believe that performing the Putrakamishti Yajna will definitely fulfill your wish. Therefore, you should immediately arrange to perform the Ashwamedha Yajna and release a beautiful dark-haired horse for this purpose." Following the advice of Guru Vashishta, King Dashratha soon had a well-decorated and extremely beautiful sacrificial arena constructed on the northern bank of the Sarayu river. He instructed his ministers and attendants to make all the arrangements. Then, the king went to his palace and shared the auspicious news with his three queens, Kaushalya, Kaikeyi, and Sumitra. Hearing the king's words, all the queens were delighted. The birth of Rama. Following the king's orders, his ministers and attendants released a dark-haired horse along with a fourfold division of the army. King Dashratha invited the learned, ascetic, and knowledgeable sages, hermits, and scholars from far and wide to conduct the yajna. At the appointed time, accompanied by his Guru Vashishta and his close friend Rishi Rishishringa, son-in-law of the ruler of the Anga kingdom, King Dashratha arrived at the Yajna pavilion. The grand Yajna began ceremoniously. The entire atmosphere resounded with the chanting of Vedic hymns and was perfumed with the fragrance of the sacred fire offerings. After appropriately honoring the sages, priests, and hermits with gifts of wealth, grains, and cows, the yajna concluded. King Dashratha took the sacrificial offering, prasada, to his palace and distributed it among his three queens. As a result of consuming the prasada, and by the grace of the Supreme Father, the three queens conceived. When the 9th day of the bright fortnight of the month of Chaitra arrived, under the Punarvasu constellation, with the Sun, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, and Venus positioned in their exalted states, and Cancer rising in the ascendant, a son was born to Queen Kaushalya. The child was dark-complexioned, radiant, supremely handsome, and of extraordinary beauty. Those who saw him were mesmerized. Thereafter, under auspicious constellations and moments, a son was born to Queen Kaikeyi, and two illustrious sons were born to Queen Sumitra. The entire kingdom rejoiced. In celebration of the birth of the king's four sons, the Gandharvas sang, the Apsaras danced, and the gods showered flowers from their celestial vehicles. The king generously distributed wealth and grains to his subjects, jewels and ornaments to his courtiers, and titles to deserving individuals. Maharishi Vashishta performed the naming ceremony of the four sons, naming them Rama, Bharatha, Lakshmana, and Shatrughna. As time passed, Rama excelled in virtues, surpassing his brothers and becoming immensely popular among the people. His extraordinary talent made him proficient in all disciplines in a short time. He mastered all weapons, as well as the skills of riding elephants, horses, and all types of vehicles. He devoted himself to serving his parents and teachers, inspiring his brothers to do the same. The four brothers had great reverence for their elders and deep affection for one another. Seeing his four sons, King Dashratha's heart swelled with pride and joy.